Remember when the Rockstar Games boss, Take-Two Interactive CEO and chairman Strauss Zelnick said that the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition was basically just had a bad glitch and that it has since been fixed, but everything was great and everything was going well? Well, Rockstar ended up putting out a patch for the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition, on all platforms from Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and Nintendo Switch that seemingly addressed a lot of the issues that those games had, but as the community has very promptly pointed out, it also came with a handful more glitches that were either completely ignored or new problems that have arisen. It kind of just seems like, the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition, had so much potential, but no matter how much Rockstar or Grove Street Games does with it, it's just not going to end up succeeding. Now, it might succeed monetarily and in terms of the number of copies that are sold, but it honestly didn't do enough for me. And there was just something about it that felt really, really weird and strange. I can't really put my finger on it, but the fans in the community are really not happy with the latest patch. It took almost 3 months to come out, and it just seems like overall fans weren't really appreciative of this new patch. They were appreciative of Rockstar's communication, but overall, it just seems like these games have been a disaster. And I don't know how Strauss Zelnick can get away with just saying like it's a glitch, like it's a singular glitch and has been fixed. Maybe the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition, is not the title he's focusing on. Instead, I think he's busy doing stuff like this.
Time coming, crews get gutted. I go 100, yeah, I done it. One who wants it, tell him I'm ready. I'm yours envy, about to get heavy. You'll never stop me. There's no question, the resurrection. I was born for this. Make it loud, you'll make it loud. Yeah, light 'em up and knock 'em down. That's right, so let the light out. I'm coming for you now. Born for this, born for this. Hey.
I kid you not, that was legitimately him from his official TikTok page. I think that was some promotion for the WWE wrestling game that Take-Two Interactive has, but I just found that to be kind of funny, and I'm sure you guys will find that funny as well. Strauss Zelnick has kind of become, I don't know, like the meme or figurehead of things that don't go well at Rockstar usually are blamed on him. Some may be right, some may be wrong. But I just felt like sharing that video with you guys because I found it to be pretty funny. And in sort of the fallout of the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition not having a really great last 24 hours, we ended up hearing from Rockstar Games insider Tez Funds 2, who kind of shed some light on the entire situation. With someone saying, "My understanding was that Rockstar themselves were stepping in to fix this trilogy. I don't remember where I read that though, so obviously I could be wrong." With him saying Rockstar was already involved before the apology article, but mostly involving QA, quality assurance. Grove Street Games did the bulk of the development. You can check out the new credits and notice a ton of the new Rockstar devs listed are QA and a few are programmers, although there were some lead developers from Rockstar involved. What I said was more that Rockstar would allocate more resources towards bug fixing. That was already confirmed from the apology article. It's just that the original plan for who would lead the post-launch development was different, and Rockstar has since dedicated a multi-studio team for that. So to get you guys caught up, Rockstar put out an apology article saying like the Trilogy Definitive Edition was no good or it wasn't up to their standards. They're going to be working on it a little bit more. They themselves are going to be jumping in to help Grove Street Games, and they actually dedicated an entire studio team to fixing it, but it seems like they might need a bigger team or more people because the last patch really was not all that great whatsoever. And then more follow-up to this entire saga here, again, talking about the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition, with someone saying, "I don't know, I have my fair share of skepticism about the rhetoric that they focused on bugs and glitches first to leave art fixes for last. It's almost supportive of the idea that the people who fix the bugs are the same people who do the art. And that is not true. The art department is the art department or a few individuals, and the software engineering/programming one is itself. The game has been out since November 11th, 2021. It'll be 4 months in March 11th since the trilogy release. While they fixed some of the typos in that 4 months, I have a hard time understanding why they aren't already all gone. And TezFunds2 said, had Rockstar and Take-Two went a different path and worked with modders, we could have had a public bug tracker by now. Grove Street Games is lacking on the QA department, and so Rockstar tried to provide them with as many QA devs as possible. Rockstar could have done that in addition to allowing the public to be involved within the process. Then again, the rhetoric from QA devs themselves is that the bugs the public usually encounter were likely triaged and filed. There's also the producer saying it was difficult to approach the audio because the source material was gone, when the modders themselves have backed up said source material. Legally speaking, AAA studios can't enlist the help of modders due to some laws. But then you have CDPR making the exception as an example. Surely Rockstar could do that as well. Then again, there are so many what-if scenarios that could have happened while Rockstar was finalizing the decision to collaborate with Grove Street Games and be radio silent for like a year or two. Since Grove Street Games is a relatively small studio, consisting of less than 30 devs, Rockstar and Take-Two could have approached the modders to recruit them. That would have eliminated their concerns of legality, and maybe after the success of the definitive edition, the studio could be acquired, and these modders could find themselves working at Rockstar. But I guess we are left with the worst case scenario. And I agree, the modders in the GTA community seriously could have had this game fixed so quickly. So here's just one example right here. This is coming from Ash. He noticed that the Chatterbox FM logo was wrong in the GTA 3 Definitive Edition. He fixed it in like 2 minutes. So you guys can see here, the one on the left is the Rockstar one. The one on the right is the one that Ash fixed. Again, it took 2 seconds. So how Rockstar hasn't fixed all of these issues is really shocking to me. I know there's a lot of textures, a lot of art in game, but just go through them and say, okay, that spells Chatterrocks, not Chatterbox. That seems easy to fix. So I just don't know how all of this got overlooked. Strauss Zelnick, there is more than one glitch that is impacting these remasters and these remakes. So I think a little bit more time needs to be spent on them. And it just makes me wonder if they're going to keep trying to fix the definitive edition of the trilogy, or if they're eventually just going to say, you know what, we did our best, and that's that. So again, I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. Let me know what you think of all the information we talked about in this video today regarding either our main man, Strauss Zelnick, or the trilogy, the definitive edition, and a whole lot more. If you guys did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.